Hey there. Happy Venus Day. I hope you are doing well. I am the truth and you are too. Welcome to this week's Venus Day deck reading. Everything you need to know pertaining to me and my services is located in the description box of this video below for you to see. For this week's Venus Day deck reading, I'll be channeling with there's Jesus, who is supporting the class high school, and there is good. If you look up Jesus, you'll see that he's known as Jesus Christ. He's known as Jesus of Nazareth. He's the son of Mary and Joseph. He's known as the son of God. He's known also as a Jewish slash Christian leader. He is known to have saved and delivered humanity from evil, from sin, and he's also known as the Messiah, the Anointed. I asked Jesus myself, who are you and how would you like for me to describe you? And the following came up. The zodiac sign Libra came up, and Jesus said, cutting something off, ending something, separating from something to correct, redirect, refocus on joy, happiness. For new beginnings, there's a need to pack light, peace, rest, centered, calm, restoring harmony, and brighter days. So there's Jesus for you, and I'll be channeling with him for this week's Venus Day deck reading. If you hear an extra sound from this reading, know that life is lifing. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's very much appreciated and helpful. And let's begin this week's Venus Day deck reading. We will have three. There's going to be one for the collective, one for Sagittarius, and one for Aquarius. Let's start with the collective.
So for this week's Venus deck reading, the topic is the Gemini full moon energy. This is for the collective. The first card to come out is the Judgment card. Second card to come out is the Child of Wands, Page of Wands. Third card to come out is the Ace of Wands. Fourth card to come out is the Star card. Fifth card to come out is the Eight of Cups. The sixth card to come out is the Seven of Coins, Seven of Pentacles. The seventh card to come out is the Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck. Oh, sorry. Eighth card to come out is the Nine of Cups. Ninth card to come out is the House of God, the Tower card. The 10th and last card to come out is the Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, which is a summary of all of that, is the King of Cups. Top of the deck, you're watching this right now, is the Queen of Coins. Hold on. All right. We're going to do those other things after. So, there's a new beginning. So when it comes to this reading for the collective, there could be a new beginning. There could be you could be starting something. There's something about autonomy, sovereignty, individuality. I am. There's something here about a cycle, something that could be about money. I feel like there's something with money and autonomy and sovereignty and being in, yeah, whatnot. There's something here about the subconscious, something here about secrets. There could be something about a start of a cycle. And again, there could be something here about your sovereignty and individuality, autonomy, and money. There could be something maybe about self employment. There could be something about receiving. There's something here about harmony, collaboration, union. Something about balance. Something could be rebalancing or starting out balanced or something like that. Reciprocity, possibly. Equal give and take. It's the whole thing of like the cinematic stuff and maybe even realistic in real life of like saying something, commanding something, wishing for something, and then like there's the thunder that makes the sound, and then the lightning or whatnot. A wish, speaking something, the frequency, the vibration, and then there's the thunder and lightning, and it happens, or and so it is. There could be some type of sudden shift or whatnot in energies and frequencies. Something super clear, something clearing out the way. It could be related to healing. Something could be undeniable. There's passion here, fearlessness, some type of energy. I get like some type of like feeling or energy of like, and so it is. Like someone wishes for something, some, and then like just some energy happens, and it's just like bam or whatnot, or like I said, like the thunder and lightning, passion and energy. There could be something about the bigger picture or the whole picture, seeing it, understanding it, or whatnot. There's something about following the heart, knowing how to follow the heart, or just knowing where to go because of following the heart, and something about the bigger picture or whatnot. Oh, yes, two words like love, happiness, true happiness. There's something here about nurturing something, could be self nurturing, taking care of like what you need to take care of, the priorities. I'm also getting house mother, whether it's some relating to a man or a woman. There's something about like priorities and a focus on something. It could be on yourself. It could be on yourself and other priorities and things. It's just like a better overstanding understanding of like what something is. And then like knowing like what you need to do, where you need to place energy or whatnot. And it's like if you really have passion for something or care for something, like putting in what is needed for it, like it will show. It will show, or like you if it's like if you're something about this passion or caring for something and like taking care of it or putting into it and whatnot, taking on the responsibilities of that. There could be some type of spark, something that awakens someone, opens up their heart again, awakens their heart. There's gonna be a sudden change. Like something's gonna vibrate out. I don't know why. Sometimes I get like this whole thing of like somebody's gonna say something and just all you saying it, you being it, you doing it, just aligning overall to the frequency in all possible ways. It sends out like this frequency and then it's like, and so it is, and then it's just like a thunder and lightning, like a bam, like and then that whole Zeus thing or whatnot. There's gonna be some type of sudden change or shift going on. There's clarity on like what is love for you, um more clarity, I guess, from the heart space, or just more clarity about where to go. It starts out with the judgment card. It starts out with the judgment card, and so it is. There's an there's an answer, or it's like this is gavel on the table, like this is what it is, the verdict. And it's just fearlessness, a spark. And again, the whole thing with aligning is all aligned, and the frequency that goes out. There could have been something about a wish, bippity boppity boo, and the wand, swish and flick. And then it's like going on, just wanting better, going on to better. Again, putting your attention, your energy, nurturing whatever, or investing in whatever is like your priority or yourself. The passionate movement when it comes to that, um, something that makes someone happy or it's love and shakes things up or whatnot. And it like it it shifts things, it shakes things up, it shakes off all the unnecessary, leaving, clarifying everything and like leaving what is true, what actually matters, what is making it clear. Bottom of the deck, the summary of that is King of Cups. Yeah, it's just like an overstanding or whatnot. And it's like not there's something about like not paying attention to it's like distractions or not paying attention to what doesn't matter. There's something about just really getting rid of like the necessary and what's left is like your yourself, your true self, being open to things, being free, actually happy. Top of the deck user watching this right now is the Queen of Coins. Currently, it's like something about like taking on responsibilities of what you need to take care of, being house mother, what's it called, house cleaning or house, whatever they used to call that stuff, cleaning house and stuff like that. When you have to focus on what really matters to make something run. Yeah, taking care of what really matters and all that stuff. So to clarify the whole entire spread, we got here the Six of Cups. We got here the Five of Pentacles. And we got here the Emperor card. Bottom of the deck for that was the Ten of Wands. Top of deck, usually watching this right now, is King of Pentacles. And then the oracle cards we have here is Stop and Abundance. And then we'll do the charms afterwards, one by one. Something could be stalling, blocking, weighing down, holding back when it comes to money, stability, whatever is like the pentacles. And it feels like it's holding someone back from their sovereignty, them, just their individuality. Also, this could be some type of like tyrant type of energy, where this energy, there's some type of energy that's blocking, keeping people stuck, or something about keeping stuck. And it's like having to do with stability, money, anything with the pentacles. And it could be some type of tyrant energy. There's something about like the energy of a child and freedom, and like the fearlessness and yeah. And then I don't know, I just randomly thought about like when I was little, I never used to fear. I never used to fear heights or planes. I used to love getting a shot at the doctor. I wasn't scared of it. I loved it. And along the way, just infected with, I don't know, society, humanity, and some fear and anxiety is there, but it wasn't there at first until interacting with the world. Um, there could be something about your inner child or childhood as well. And then there's something about like being free, but like something about taking care of something and stuck. There's something blocking or stopping some type of freedom and happiness. I don't know what it is. It's something there. It's something about like sovereignty, breaking free, having control over your own life, your own destiny, and like being in control, like I guess being the driver. We have here stop. This card asks you to stop and reflect, collect your thoughts, or maybe even just take a break. It may also be a good time to think about what stopping might mean to you. Is it a forever stop? Is it a pause? Is it time to move forward or simply change your direction? It could be some type of block, and maybe you need to reflect. Maybe there's some type of redirection. Then we have here abundance. While this card depicts coins, it's important to remember that abundance can come in many forms like love, friendship, career, and family, not just monetary abundance. This card asks you to recognize and celebrate the abundance that is in your life, along with a deep sense of gratitude that comes along with it. Maybe some of you gotta reflect on like what you have, what really matters, and all that stuff. Um, Maybe like something has stopped, and it's to like do that to reflect and to see what actually matters and what doesn't. And then things will get flowing again. Maybe there's something about needing to, there's some type of block, and there's like another way that it gives me like Ganesha vibes, where like maybe it's like stopped when because like Ganesha can clear the way, but to me, Ganesha could also like block away if Ganesha sees that you're going away that's like not beneficial to whatever it is and whatnot, so you can go and find another way or go to the you could reroute to the other way or whatnot. So that's what's good here too. And we have here Aries, Libra, Aquarius, Aries heavy, and Scorpio. You could be in those signs. The signs could be in chart, could be anybody around you, could be planetary placements, all that stuff. The energy of reading, all that stuff. It says no. There's some type of redirection, or there's like a stop, or like some type of blockage somewhere. It says no. Then we have here, and so it could be like just a blockage or whatnot. And like I said, it's like some type of tyrant energy. I don't know if it's like a person or if it's like you, or if it's just something here, some type of energy or circumstance or whatnot. Also, it could be like, your spirit team, Jesus just telling you like it's like blocking the way, it's not accessing the way because rejection is protection or redirection and all that stuff. We have here the planet Venus, and it rules both Libra and Taurus. There's something here about like comforts and then harmony and collaboration blending together. It could be something about looks in a way. Looks. There could be something about illusion. Then we have here Uruz, Uruz. Uruz. And it says a wild ox, physical strength, speed, and untamed potential. What's stopping this? Like, what's stopping that? Like, what's stopping the freedom, the happiness? Like, what is holding that back? What's stopping that? The speed, the strength, you being able to go forward and everything. Like, what's stopping it? That's that for the collective reading for this week's Venus Day deck per reading. We're going to go on to Sagittarius. All right, we're going on to Sagittarius. Happy birthday. All right, so again, this is the reading for Sagittarius. The first card to come out is Judgment. Second card to come out is Temperance. Third card to come out is Two of Coins, Two of Pentacles. Fourth card to come out is the Hangman card. Fifth card to come out is the Queen of Coins. Sixth card to come out is the Chariot card. Seventh card to come out is the Ace of Cups. The eighth card to come out is the Eight of Coins. The ninth card to come out is the Five of Coins. And then the 10th and last card to come out is the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck, which is a summary of that, is the Two of Swords. Top of the deck, usually watching this right now, is the Two of Cups. Okay, so for the Sagittarius reading, for this week's Venus Day deck reading, the topic, the Gemini full moon energy, the first card to come. Did I do it? Oh, yeah, damn. So let's read it. Sorry. We'll do everything else afterwards. Okay. Some of you could be seeing a lot of twos. You could be seeing 222 or the 4 twos. There's something here about balance, stability, worthiness, value, resources, senses, like smelling, hearing, tasting, all that stuff. Being provided for, or something about providing or nurturing or being nurtured. There's stuff like that. And there's something here about change, children, fun, expression. There could be some type of change going on. and it also is associated with balance. Maybe someone's the whole thing from that is crazy. This could be something about someone's mood for sure. This is wild. Cause yeah, there's something about someone's mood. Um that song from Black is King, Mood, and then it's the part of that song where Jay-Z was like, "Do you hear that? It's the sound of the price going up or whatnot." So there's something about value and something about someone's like stability, value, whatnot, or worthiness. And it's like a change in like your value. It could be money and stuff like that. Is that what Jay-Z said? Yeah, he was like, "Do you hear that? That's the sound of the price going up or whatnot for them, basically." Um, there could be something about mood as well and expression, like your mood and expressing. There's something here about communication, those that you mingle with, the areas that you frequent. There's something here about influence, social media, social norms, society. Hmm Lord. Okay. And maybe how any of this could influence you, or influence whatever it is this may be talking about, or that's like you're focused on, or something like that. There's something about communicating and expressing and all that stuff. Maybe like saying the truth, like even and then it's given like this whole thing of like even like if it's unwarranted or not wanted or like whatever. It's like something about expressing, communicating something, saying something. And again, it could be related to mood. There could be something about, oh, there's something about someone's vibe and energy as well. Someone's vibe and energy. And it's like the whole thing about like your value and your worth and like your vibe, your energy or whatnot. The other day, I was like somewhere and like I saw this dude's sweater that says, don't pay me for my time, pay me for my experience or something like that. I'm just summarizing it. Something like that was coming up as well. Okay. And then there's like ascending numbers, so like 1, 2, 3. There's something about like moving. Oh yeah, like going up, ascending, bigger, better, more. There's something about like the salmon. Is it salmon? Basically like something, but they actually go against the current. So nah. But there's something about like a stream and then like flowing with it, falling with the stream or something like that. Um, that's crazy. It's like eventually something has to go with it type of thing or whatnot. Eventually something has to go with it because this is what it is or whatnot. And then it's like it gives me a whole thing of like when rules change, when your rules change, your laws change, and some people could be okay with this, some people are like don't give a or whatever, they're neutral, but there are some people who are like, oh, they're fighting against it or whatnot. But you're fighting against it, but eventually you're just gonna have to go with it or whatnot because everything is eventually gonna just fall in place with it. It gives me the whole thing with technology too, where people refuse to like update their phones or technology until like they really have to. Like the system is just not working with what is happening right now. So it is what it is. Whether you have to get with the program at some point or whatnot. So moderation, balance is inevitable. It's above you now and needing to fall in line. And the stream, there's something here also about priorities and then responsibilities, holding down the house, balance, stability, and working on something, focus. There's something about like emptiness or something like just being in lack or out of whack, and it's just now like putting it back into focus, fixing it or something like that. Nurturing back to health, super nanny type of things. Yeah. And then like in the color purple, basically when she went to she um got settled into Mister's house or whatnot, and his house was a fucking mess, and she basically and it's like that mother energy or that feminine nurturing energy. It was a mess and it was like all over the place, and she stood in the middle of like the kitchen, the living area, whatnot, and it was dirty as fuck. And she just basically um hunkered up or whatever and decided to clean it. And by the end of the scene or whatnot, everything, the walls were clean, everything was clean, and she had a system in the kitchen. She was cooking good food, had things under control and all that. There's something here about, again, it feels like a stream. I don't know what's up with the stream thing. And then it feels like when there's like two different streams and they kind of combine or separate or something like that. There's something here about flow and balance. Um, there could be some type of and uncertainty and disappointment. And Mercury, I think, is going direct sometime soon. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow or someday. But there's something about like a disappointment because, and it could have been something about uncertainty or something wasn't clear. There could be something about a decision to like separate or stop something. But it's just interesting because there's this energy of like, this is what something is. It's adamant. It's like this is something is what it is. There's the verdict. There's a choice. There has been a decision, a verdict, and it's progressing. It's going forward. Whether or not someone is confused about it or still thinking about it, it's going anyway. That's why I be saying my Sagittarius get up on the train and ride it or not. Yeah, there's a flow here. There's something about flow. Something's supposed to be going a certain way. Balance. moderation. And then there's something about it could be something about fixing things, whether it's your money, your household, lifestyle, something that has to do with stability and security. There's something about like fixing it, working on it. And like this is interesting, like redirecting or what actually matters, redirecting the focus. If you're at the bottom, the only way you could go is up or whatnot. So, and something about light as a feather and like letting go and allowing at this point. I don't know if somebody really it's like at this point you're at rock bottom where you don't have anything or there's something with like empty or whatnot, but now it's like okay, the only way you could go is up or you it's like not having anything, being in like a no space is like flow with it, allow it or whatnot, letting go. Maybe someone's responsibility is to like cut off what doesn't fit or something like that. Or there's something with like responsibility, maybe trustworthy or something like that, and like some type of disappointment when it comes to that. It starts with judgment card, the verdict, a choice, it is what it is. It feels like universal balance and everything like that. An answer, yes, balance, universal balance. Fall in line, fall into place, getting it together, getting your shit together, steadfast, moving forward, progressing, something's opening up, and the focus and putting in work and what matters and what we need to do. Some of it could be like detachment, it's like suspended in air, detachment, letting go. It feels like there's some type of emptying out or something or whatnot. Could have been like a lot of junk and like you're like, what is all this junk? And like going through it and like letting it go or something. And it's like, okay, what do I have now? Like all it seemed like it was full or crowded or whatnot, but like now that is like something about clearing out, it's now like it doesn't feel like anything. So what to fill at this point? Bottom of the deck, the summary of all that is the Two of Swords. There's something about thinking about something, choices or whatnot. And it's like cup overflow and everything like that. And the self top of the deck you watching this right now is the Two of Cups. Currently, there's something about like emotional balance or like balance of your waters. This could be with another person, people, or something like that. It definitely could be emotional balance for sure. And like your joy, you having control over like your joy, what direction you go into and everything like that. Um then to clarify, so yeah. To clarify the whole entire spread, you got the Emperor card, you got the King of Swords, and the Four of Cups in reverse. Mhm. Then we got the card here, Sweetness, and we do the charms afterwards as well. It's something about like being in charge, the driver, and then I don't know if like there's something about like letting life have its way with you or having whatever, do whatever, having its way. And there's something about like taking back control, grabbing the wheel, the steering wheel, and like now being intentional instead of like being aloof or ignoring something or whatnot. Not really like, I don't know, being intentional or something like that. It says here, It says here, you don't want to repeat the same patterns. You begin to pause. It's in these moments that you understand the wisdom in making decisions. Mindfully choose whether to accept this opportunity. Maybe like being lackadaisical, someone realized being lackadaisical and be like, it doesn't matter. And then you realize, no, it does matter because now something is going in a certain way, a certain direction or something. Okay. Something about you taking charge or the universe is like, you do it or we gonna take in charge for you or whatnot. And then the whole thing with the emperor is like you something about being the emperor is like having control is knowing you don't actually have a control, but falling in line or aligned with something. There's also this whole thing of like, uh, it left, so I'm not gonna stick there. And then yeah, there's something about intention being a specific way or whatnot. Again, like not it's something about like not being lackadaisical, being like, no, this is what I want, this is the thing or whatnot. I just say that about Libra. Like sometimes people think Libras are indecisive, but not all Libras are indecisive. I know there are Libras out there that's like, no, this is the way I want this. And like they real serious about it. And like they will like judge and court you, judge like the judge and like the court or whatnot system, like definitely have that energy or whatnot so they can have what they want in a certain way or something like that. So something about that. And then there's like detachment or letting go, but there's also this sense of as well like intention at the same time. I feel like it's some type of balancing out going on. We have here sweetness. This card is a signal to savor those sweet moments in life and to remember them when things get rough. The small things in life are often the sweetest, but they go easily go unnoticed. Sweetness is always there if you look for it. And the bottom of the deck for the clarity cards was Page of Pentacles. Top of the deck, use you watching this right now, is Temperance. And bottom of the deck for the card that came out is Rejection. Top of the deck, use you watching this right now, is Flow. And then I want to say this too, like, so, and I've met people like her, and they inspire me and all that stuff. Like people who know how to set boundaries, and like people, whenever someone encounters them, like people will literally like tighten up, type of thing. One of my patients, her mom, I really admire that lady, and I feel like, so I forgot who there were probably one or two people, like when they found out that I was working with my patient, like basically they were saying like, oh yeah, like we heard the families this and that and they don't talk and da da da. But there was a reason why. To me, what I seen, and maybe that's not what it is, and they really are like whatever they people were saying, but to me, what I was seeing, these were special people, and like I feel like people who know their worth and their value and they special people, like they're not gonna like the world can try to have their way with it or whatnot. My patient, to me, she was very special, and I feel like when I met the family, they're special people. Like, so it's like when you are that, the whole royalty thing and everything, like you can't just have anyone around you or everything because they're just going to have their way with you. And then there's something about loss and value and worth when it comes to that or whatnot. So, me personally, no matter what people were telling me, I saw what I saw and I understood. And I really, really loved my patient's mom. And I wish I could have asked her more things, but I just didn't want to get too like in there or whatnot. But like they weren't effing with her, and they personally, the family loved me because how I moved or whatnot. I understood and stuff, and when I had to like leave and stuff, like they were asking me like, can you please like stay for that? And I was like, I can't though. Like I have to do other things. Like if we were in the same space and stuff like that, I would definitely continue to be with y'all, but I can't um right now, and I get sad about it because I really did F with those people. But it and I met other people like that, and it's like I'm telling you, just something about worth and value, and like you can't have everything if you just let like anything happen or people have their way with you or whatever, like the value will be lost, the mission, the point, all of it, it will be lost or something like that. That's what I was thinking about. Um and like I'm telling you, it's very precise. I wish I knew what her zodiac sign was because I learned through that. I just learned through it in a certain way. Like it's like if you want a certain thing to be done or you want a certain thing to eat a certain way, and it's kind of like me too. I'm very much a certain way or whatnot. And I struggled with it for a little bit. Being it's like you need to have it a certain way. You want it a certain way, you need it a certain way. And like if you just allow others to take control of the wheel in a way, it's like that can affect you too. So it's like, okay, me would be in like I'm mostly plant based, but I also eat fish. But there's a certain way for how I do things, how I shop, how I look at stuff, like or whatnot. And if I'm not like on point with it or like on top of somebody about it, like and they mess up, like imagine me eating that, ingesting it, and then it affects me because I didn't want to control or like take the wheel and say no, this is what needs to happen. And I don't know how to explain it to like more like allowing things to just take way with me or something like that in terms of like my diet and stuff, and it affects me in some type of way. Next thing you know, I have a bad period because like I'm like, oh, it's whatever or whatever, and I'm not being intentional about it, and then I have a bad period because of it. um with like my patient, it was just certain things to make their day flow better, um for things to align better, because if it didn't, it's like things will be out of order. people can get taken advantage of because of like the light that these people had. I tried to explain it as best as I could without like really details like that. But we have here Uranus, it rules Aquarius, something about sudden change and upheaval. There could be something about wishes and healing as well. There's something about a healing and like a sudden change, upheaval, and everything like that. There's something we have here, a rainbow, the bad meaning, and and it also has the number one here, and the zodiac signs Gemini and Libra, and it says the sun shines, light, clarity, anxiety, and knowing the truth. What is what is. What's there, what you have is what's there. Something about that makes someone restless. I feel like it is the fact that something is permanent, that may be an undesirable outcome for someone. Boundaries, had enough. Evil eye possibly shrugs and knowledge. Someone hates that someone knows something and or sets boundaries. Exposed. The light is too bright. Saul. I don't know who's bothered by what, but it is what it is. When I do things where I am working with someone or whatnot, working where I'm like helping someone or whatnot, I don't bitch about the job. I don't bitch about it because like this is a patient, this is a customer, this is what they want. We are like here. I'm here to like serve a purpose for them or whatnot. So like example, like DoorDash or whatnot. Sometimes they are very specific and precise or whatnot, but it is for a reason. One time this one lady started texting me about the chicken, and I feel like anybody else will be like, oh my gosh, she's so annoying type of thing. But and she apologized. She was like, "I'm so sorry, but like last time, like they because that's what I mean. Imagine you paying for this shit and you get spoiled chicken." She like, "This chicken smelled so bad, it didn't look good, so this is why I'm texting." Da da da. And I texted back. I was like, "Understandable." I was like, "Don't apologize. Like you're paying for this." Like to it would be annoying to like literally order from DoorDash and to get like not what you want type of thing. Um you paid for it. It's your birthright. You're worth it or whatnot. Like to just have it treated like, oh, it's whatever. I don't think that's okay or whatnot. So I do understand, even though people could get very picky and sometimes out of order or whatnot, but people want what they want. That's why I observe with people who are wealthy or they move a certain way. They or whatnot. And I understand them a lot. I don't mind. We have here love, 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 love makes the world go round from Powerpuff Girls. And there's just something here about like definitely sweetness, love, and it's just interesting. There's something here that has to do with like flow, love, water, sweetness, all that stuff, harmony. And there's something about like cutting something off or ending something or being intentional or needing to like not allow things to just be lackadaisical and happen in your life to maintain this love, this sweetness or something like that. That's that for Sagittarius reading for this week's Venus Day deck pour reading. Let's move on to Aquarius. Oh, did I say the signs too? Sorry. Um, Libra, Sagittarius. Is Sagittarius? No, I lied. There's no Sagittarius here. So yeah, it's Libra, Pisces, Cancer. Yeah, Libra, Pisces, Cancer. You could be that sign. The sign could be in track, be anybody around you. It could be the planetary placements, all that stuff. So yeah, that's it. There is Sagittarius for your reading for this week's Venus Day deck for reading the topic, the Gemini full moon energy. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. All right. So this is the reading for Aquarius for this week's Venus Day deck for reading. The topic of Gemini full moon energy. The first card to come out is the Child of Wands, the Page of Wands. The second card to come out is the Seven of Cups. The third card to come out is the Knight of Wands, and the fourth card to come out is the Seven of Coins, Seven of Pentacles. The fifth card to come out is the Lover's card. The six cards to come out is the Eight of Coins. The seventh card to come out is the Five of Coins. The eighth card to come out is the Ten of Cups. And the ninth card is Queen of Cups. The 10th and last card we have here is the King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, which is a summary of that whole entire thing, is the Realm, which is the World card. Top of deck, you watching this right now, is the King of Coins. And then for the no, my bad. Top of you watching this right now. Sorry, is the Five of Cups, and then the card that came out is Ideation, and then we do everything else afterwards. There's something here about flow. Something here. There's something here about flow, harmony, relationships, union, shiny things, how something looks, awareness, attention. Something here is about change, expression, children, your inner child, childhood, something about fun, strength and courage, bravery. Hmm. I don't know how that goes together. And then there's 6, 7, 8. So something about expanding, expanding, growing, progressing, ascending, moving forward. There could be something about catching attention, possibly. More. There could be something about being it's like more, more popular, ascending higher. So the higher you go, the more being seen or something like that. And there's something with expression. Something is changing, progressing, different. It could be something with growth and maybe children as well. Oh, and there's something here about having like that vitality, that passion, that enthusiasm. And it's like someone could like, you know, have like the energy of a child, like it was never lost or something like that. Like you could be older or something like that, but like the child in you was never lost type of thing. The hope and the hope, the the fearlessness, the confidence, the vitality, the passion to go for it, the vision, the visionary, yeah, never losing that or whatnot, never losing the whims of yourself or that's within the world or whatnot. There's some type of like imagination or vision or feeling of like fulfillment, happiness and everything like that. And there could be some type of disconnection from illusion, or just being an illusion or something like that, disconnecting from illusion or lack, maybe being open to the many possibilities, being open to being imaginative, all that you can do, all that you can accomplish, be fulfilled in or something. There could be some type of subtle energy of like putting into something that was nothing, and then there's like a, you know, I guess there's like over every all these readings, some type of subtle thing of like seeing like what doesn't matter and refocusing on what matters. That's what is giving or whatnot so far. Um, just redirecting to what actually matters or what actually um contributes to somebody's fulfillment or something like that. Cause like something is like emptied out or empty or something like that. There may have been like some type of focus or investing in something that was nothing. And now there's something about a refocus or focusing on like a priority on yourself, taking care of it, building on it. There could be something about investing in, putting into like your dreams, your ideals, your imagination, and everything like that. Some type of universal balance going on. Something about oneness as well. There could be something about commitment as well. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Coming from a Gemini music artist. Okay. There's something about like just again being like hopeful, enthusiastic, maybe even a visionary, being fearless and everything like that. And it gives like a cardinal energy and something about getting it done. It's like not only having the dream or the vision, but actually like working towards it, keeping your eye on it, keeping your eye on God type of energy, and like materializing it, making it making it come true type of thing. And then it's like an unwavering enthusiasm, unwavering enthusiasm, unwavering like passion or vision or whatnot. It's like being so adamant maybe, and like commitment, and then it's a commitment and then how it all comes around or whatnot. Something could have been an illusion where it could have seemed like it was where it could have seemed like it was like all these things or something like that. And there's something about bright and shiny things and the Libra energy and all that stuff, and like attention and all that. And it's like where something could have been seemed like it was like all of this stuff. It was actually nothing there, empty, some type of lack. It was disappointing. There's something about what you want, what you desire, what you're passionate about. Something that sets someone's soul on fire. There's like an energy surrounding it, some type of like bright golden aura and everything surrounding it. Someone's enthusiasm or whatnot. And it's like wonder or whatnot. There's something about like nurturing something, and I'm getting like plants and stuff like that, like plants and stuff. Um, you want a pretty garden and for everything to bloom and all that stuff, like needing to nurture it, to pay attention to it or whatnot. Take out what doesn't help or what makes the garden or the plants not like do as great as they can or something like that. There's something about care. It could be self-care, nurturing something, maybe your priorities, nurturing the vision, yourself. And there's like a determination or being adamant. There's like a determination or being adamant. Um, there could be something about also being very choosy about like the people, a person that you choose to like be in union with, to be in commitment with, or something like that. And it's like, I said this for Sagittarius too. Like it's just like being very strict about like someone's peace or flow and harmony and being intentional, especially when it comes to like a union or a connection with other people or another person, or whatnot. Starts with the Child of Wands. There's something here about, again, enthusiasm, fearlessness, vitality, and everything like that. Something's about wonder. And I wonder if you knew. There's something about wonder, imagination, dreaming fearlessly, or something like that. And then I don't know if someone grew up or like it's just like the spark and like keeping the flame going type of thing. It grows into passion. It even gives off this aura. People are attracted to it, magnetized to it. Stay focused on what you need to stay focused on, staying aligned and everything like that. There's something about being very specific and very whatnot about like what you match up with, who you match up with, in union and all that stuff. Something about being committed. Maybe it's like committed to something, staying focused on something. I feel like there's like some type of need to like just be aware of when something is like not it or something like that. Or it's like a lack or a block to your fulfillment, having what you want, your wishes. There's something also about visions and nurturing, and at the same it's giving father mother thing. It's like the mother doing what she needs to do to nurture and to put into whatever but it's also like the father, like or just like an energy of like um yeah, being setting your foot down type of thing, putting your foot down about stuff, being very like uh how you say it, it's like I was about to say throat cutting, cutthroat about something. Bottom of the deck, the summary of the whole entire thing is the realm, the world card. It could be something about commitment, and it's from the beginning to the end type of thing. Like it starts here and then just being on the commitment or something like that to the very end. And then like harvesting after that, like honing everything in all after that. There could be some type of like just keeping an eye on something to, or whatnot, as like there's transformation going on. And then to the top of the deck, the user watch this right now is Five of Cups. Some of you could be disappointed, needing to like separate from something, break up with something. And it's like there's something about like forward movement on something. Um and it doesn't help to be be nervous about it or just not look at something or be ignorant about something or whatnot. We have here ideation. Oh, we have to. Oh, my bad. We have to do the clarification stuff. So to clarify the whole entire spread, you got the Ace of Swords, you got the Empress card, and you got the Page of Pentacles. There's something about a clarity about a creation, clarity about creation. This could be also a clarity about like when it comes to you creating a family, um, bringing a child into this world, you being very clear about that. There's something clear here, something clear about what you're focused on, what you're looking at, what you're working on, everything like that. There could be something with like division and like just a lot of possibilities, but then like illusions, but then there's something with clarity. Maybe you're seeing it. Maybe there's something about like full circle or something like that and clearing out or whatnot. Maybe refocusing on like what were your dreams, ideals in the first place. Abundance is either you or there's something here that has like always been like it's like an abundance, it always has been, it's like fulfilling and it's forever flowing type of thing. um Hmm. There's something about the beginning stages of something. Something could be primordial. There's something about like geometry and stuff like that too. There's something about commitment as well, whether it's like to something, to some type of like job, work, or something like that. And it's like from the beginning to the end type of thing. Knowing what you want from the very beginning and like knowing where to put your energy at. And it's something about the vision again. Mm. Then we have your ideation. It says this card is about the growth of ideas and new projects in your life. Now is the time to focus on creating a safe space for your creative endeavors. This moment is just for you and your project. Let your ideas grow while you nurture and care for them. Enjoy this special time. We have here Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, all the air signs. We have here Capricorn and Taurus. You could be any of those signs. Those signs could be in your chart, could be the energy of this reading, could be the planetary placements, all that stuff, anybody around you. We have her mother Azuli. Something about I got you. Yeah, oh my gosh. It's like mother and child, and it's something about I got you, to the world ends type of thing. Where is Mother Azuli? There we go. So we have Mother Azuli. If you look her up, you see that she's a voodoo goddess, a lover of love, beauty, lavishness, luxury, prosperity, and passion. She's a protector of women, children, and outcasts. She has a knife in one hand and Tijan Petro, her son, in the other. She has a cut on her face. Some say it's because she had a fight with her sister, and some say it's because people tried to cause her harm. I asked Mother Azuli myself, "Who are you, and how would you like for me to describe you?" The following came up. The number sequence 1, 2, 3 came up, and she said progression on the path, your path, ascension, protective, boundaries, no means no energy, vigilance, diligence, travel, movement, physically, location, the world, and or energetically, cutting something off, putting a stop to something in order to move forward, cutthroat. That's crazy. Cutthroat, and then something associated with mermaids, snakes, and yin yang. Then we have here Rado, Raidho. So Rado, chariot, travel, journey, evolution. There could be something about travel a lot, like travel, whether it's literally, figuratively, both. And it's like something about going far, Aquarius, something about going far, the journey, going like progressing, evolving, and just going far, something about growth more. And it was for the collective reading, I think, but or whatever one of them. If you watch this whole thing, there's something I don't know if something was like. It was like an illusion, or it seemed like it's going somewhere, but it's going nowhere, and it just reminded me of like one of the readings where I was saying it's like running in place, like, or the whole thing with like bigger in Texas and um Well, I mentioned that one of you not, but it's like the whole thing in cinema where like it seems like the person's driving the car, but it's actually like they put a screen in the back that moves to make it seem like the person's driving the car and they shake the car and other stuff. But there's also something about like commitment beginning to the end, fulfillment, achieving that, the clarity, seeing what is real, what is not. Also, Jesus wants you to know that He got your back. Your spirit team, there's something about having your back or whatnot. Or like whatever you decide to bring into this world, whether it's a child or like something that you're creating and everything like that, you got it. Um, Stay committed. Something about being very precise about people and things. And then I don't know why it just keeps like randomly coming in my head. It like, and I don't think it matters. I don't know, something about like seeming like you're bougie or you're too good for this. Maybe you are. Anyways, it's like being too like specific, and this is crazy. And then a song comes on by Chris and T that says I am perfect as I am. Like that's what I'm saying. Maybe it is. Like, but it's like deeper than that and all that. There's something about just being very specific, and it's giving me the energy that I got like with Sagittarius when I was reading for them, all this other stuff, but when I was giving me that energy or whatnot. Then we have your spider, the good omen, the good meaning, and it says, so how am I not supposed to think that I'm God if like stuff like this happens all the time? Like y'all are not seeing it because I kind of keep it to myself, and because I like the way things are flowing. But like, how am I not supposed to think that I'm God if like certain things be happening when I speak it, when I am it, and stuff like that? Like literally, the song "I Am Perfect as I Am" literally comes up. But anyways, and then some other stuff with like the other readings, like mood, and there was a certain song. It wasn't specifically Beyonce song, it was, but it's also another song called Mood. All this other stuff. I'm not gonna go into it. It's like, ugh. Okay, so we have here Spider, the good omen, the good meaning, and it has the zodiac signs Cancer and Leo. And it says here overcoming opposition again, and then it's this song by Darwin Hops called "Against the World." I believe I have it in my playlist, so you can go check it out. And it says bringing harmony between opposites, enlightening and illuminating. Something could be like enlightening, illuminating, and stuff, but it's like it's because it's real. It's what it is or whatnot. Something is like effective and it is what it is type of thing. Also, just randomly, well, this is it for Aquarius. That's it. For your reading. I think that's everything. Yeah. So that's it. Aquarius for your reading and all that stuff. But before I go, for everybody, I don't know. I be watching stuff. So I've been watching Pluribus, and people be talking shit about Carol like a lot, but I completely understand Carol. I actually love Carol. I am Carol. F the world. Like like people are saying all this and that and they're just not getting it. Like I feel like they don't get it. And it's funny, the person who is made this. I think he's producing it. He made it. He produced it, and he's directing it. He's doing a lot in it or whatnot. His name is Vince Gilligan. Some of y'all may know him from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and stuff. I had to when I see certain things, I just need to see what the sign is, not to see if they're Aquarius, just to see what the sign is. It's personally for like a for me to understand why I'm getting whatever they're doing. And like, so I looked him up to see, like, yo, this man made Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and now Pluribus. And the way shit is, I'm seeing Pluribus, and it's like literally saying stuff like, I gotta see what his sign is. Like, what is the lesson here? Or like, what do I gotta get from this? Or what is this? And he's an Aquarius, like straight up, just an Aquarius. I'm gonna look it up again because it's just annoying when I look stuff up and I see what it is and it changes. No, he's an Aquarius. I think he was born in February. Yeah. And just everything fell into place. And I was like, yeah, Vince gets it. Fucking gets it. Like, I love Carol. And if anybody watches Pluribus, I love Carol. I feel like people are just talking shit. And like, I mean, as they talk shit about me too, right? Or things are what I think about or whatever is cold and emotionless, right? Whatever. That's that. Bye. Have a great one.